Welcome to Twitchymo Studio. In this Cartoon Animator 5 tutorial, we will be animating a bouncing ball, as it is affected by gravity. We'll add a squish effect, using the FFD Editor, as the ball hits the ground. The ball prop I used can be found on my channel. Look for the title, Creating Free Props for Cartoon Animator 4 using free Graphic and Inkscape for Cartoon Animator 4. There is a link in the description. In Cartoon Animator 5, drag and drop your image into stage mode. Select Prop, and Static Image. Enlarge the image to fill the stage. Hit Camera Mode, and you can make sure it is within the viewing area. Now for the beach ball, mine is under the Custom tab, then Props, and the subfolder Props. Bring it onto the stage, and adjust the size. Bring up the timeline. Turn on Object Related Track. This feature only displays the selected object in the timeline. Select the Transform tab. Advance the timeline to frame 20, and move the ball to the bottom of the path line. Now, advance the timeline to frame 32, and move the ball to the top of the arc of the path line. Next to frame 42, and move the ball to the bottom. Frame 52, and the top of the next arc. Frame 62, at the bottom. Frame 69, at the top. As we follow the arc, the distance between bounces shortens, so we need to shorten the number of frames between movements. Frame 76, the bottom. Frame 83, the top. Frame 88, the bottom. Frame 92, the top. Frame 96, the bottom. If we move the playhead, we can see that some of the transform points are out of place. Hover over the gray points and left-click and they can be moved to the correct locations. Hit play, and we can see how it looks so far. Let's add a few more transform points. Move forward to frame 100, and move the ball ahead. Move to frame 130, and move the ball to the end of the orange path. I want a little movement at the end. At frame 99, add a slight movement. Move back to frame 1. Here, I want a slight arc of the ball dropping, so, at this frame I'll add a transform point over to the orange path. In this part, we will be adding rotation to the ball. Move to keyframe 20, and we will rotate the ball to 50 degrees. You can see the rotation, R value displayed here. At frame 32, rotate the ball to the R value of 95. Move to frame 42, and set to an R value of 150. No doubt you get the idea of rotating the ball at the peaks and valleys. Do the same for the rest of the transform points. The last frame at 130, I'll set the R value to 145. Go into the project settings, and set the end frame to 130. The gravity arc seems too abrupt. Let's move frame 20's transform point up a bit. I'm going to do the same for keyframe 42, and keyframe 62. Let's now adjust the transition curve. For the peaks we need the decelerate curve, to simulate how a ball slows at the peaks as it would act under gravity. You can adjust the strength, but I found that the default setting was good. In this section, we'll add sound effects. I'll be using Audacity to edit the ball sound clip. First, load in the ball MP3 file. We need to separate the bounces into individual sound files. At the end of the first clip, with the left mouse, drag your arrow to the end of the clip and hit delete. Go to File and Export, Export as MP3, and we'll name this file as Ball Bounce 1. Now, go to Edit, and hit Undo Delete. Select the first bounce, and then delete it. We want the shortest intro into the second clip. Delete all past the second bounce. Export the clip as before, and name this file Ball Bounce 2. Do the same operation for bounce 3 and 4. for clip 5. Let's create a clip that includes all the rest of the sound file. For number 6, I'll cut off 2 bounces at the start, and part at the ending to shorten the sound clip. You can close down Audacity, hit No to save, to preserve the original file. Here is a quick play of our sound samples. To add our first sound, go to Create, and Create Sound, then Sound FX1. In the timeline, go to the Tracklist button. Select Project, and you should see the Sound FX1 tab. Select it. This is the Ball Bounce 1 sound clip. Adjust the start of the sound clip. Drag and drop the Ball Bounce 2 into the Sound FX1 timeline. Do the same for the rest of the sound clips. I skipped clip 5 and used 6, because it was shorter, and I thought it fit better. To match the last sound clip, I added a couple more transform points in the timeline to give a little more bounces. Up to this point, this process will work for Cartoon Animator 4, but from here on in, this only works in CTA5, because we will be using the FFD Editor. We'll use the FFD Editor to add a squish look as the ball hits the ground. Because the ball is rotating as it falls, we have to manually deform the ball, instead of using the presets. First we need a transform point, one at keyframe 19, and one at frames 22. This will make sense in a minute. We need one at both frame 41 and 44. Also, at frame 61 and 64. These added points are reset points to remove the deformation of the ball, or the deformation would start at the top of each transform points. Move the timeline to 20 and bring up the FFD Editor. Left-click over the top 2/3 of the ball, and you'll see red dots. Move down that portion of the ball to give a squished look. Unselect the ball, then reselect. Now select the points higher up to add more squish to the ball. Here is where the transform points before and after comes into play. You need a point for the FFD to start, or the deformation will start at frame 0. And in the other direction, a FFD stop point. Go to frame 19, open the FFD Editor and hit Reset All, and the same with frame 22. For the other two valleys, do the squish effect, and the frame before and after, and reset the deformities. For Bounce 4, I also decided to add the squish effect there. I hope this CTA5 tutorial of animating a bouncing ball, simulating the effects of gravity on it, by using the FFD Editor, was useful. If you haven't done so already, please take a few seconds to subscribe, like and hit notifications, to be notified of my next video. Thank you for joining my journey of animation.